Welcome to another edition of Living Simply and Fun. I'm your host, Rita, and that's Aaron.
Hosts.
Hostess, Rita, and that's host Aaron.
So, we will be reviewing this huge cigar. This is the Log. This is made by Jose, and I'm sorry if I mispronounce this, Jochy, Jochy, Blanco. He's a former vice president of Hoya de Nicaragua and a former sales director for La Aurora. He's well known for doing seminars on how to roll cigars, blend cigars, and how to taste cigars. He has blended the CYB, also known as the Cuanco y Blanco, which was the cigar of the year in 2012. He's also blended the La Aurora 100 Anos, which was the cigar of the year in 2003. And he's done the La Aurora 1495 series, the 107, and the barrel-aged blends, just to name a few. The wrapper on this is a Sumatra wrapper, which is essentially just a black tobacco, which is your standard tobacco for making cigars.
I do got one question. Being a humorous cigar smoker, that is, are we going to be smoking anything on the floor?
No.
There's no floor tobacco in this.
No flooring. So the Sumatra tobaccos, one thing about them is that there are Sumatran seeds which come from Sumatra, but a lot of Sumatra tobacco is just grown in the Sumatra and Indonesia area, which is Connecticut broadleaf, and it'll still have the Sumatra name on it. In fact, some of the best Sumatra wrappers are grown from Sumatran seeds in Honduras and Ecuador. Also, this is a Cuban sandwich style cigar, much like the Arturo Fuente curly heads or the Maroma cigars you can get at Famous Cigar Shop. It has a short filler mixed with medium filler, if you don't know what a Cuban sandwich is. Those are rolled up between long fillers, then bound, and then wrapped. So essentially, you've got the long fillers holding together the smaller fillers. And if you ever see a cigar that says mixed filler, it's also a Cuban sandwich. So, with that being said, let's get to the cigar. Rita, put that phone down.
I'm sorry. I was looking to just say something about cigars, actually.
Oh.
I was browsing today on cigar.com on my phone, and I saw a new Ave Maria. I want to try the Argento. It's a Maduro 5.58 Perfecto in a box at 10. It looks mighty tasty.
So, anyways, with this log, talking about the scents, this has a very pungent smell to it. Almost like pine, straight from a tree.
Or cedar, straight from a tree.
It does have a cedar smell in there too, so this is almost like being in a coniferous forest, taking a whiff of this. It almost smells like it wouldn't be smokable.
I do want to say, for the record, we sampled these last night.
Mm-hmm.
So we know what we're getting ourselves into. For me, it took 3 hours and 30 minutes last night. And would you like to say it while you're smoking, or should I, about Mr. Pipe Reamer?
It was not needed yesterday. Oh, yeah, it wasn't needed yesterday. You used it on that 10-inch.
What did I use with this?
I don't remember. What, you needed to use it yesterday? I didn't know you did.
You told Johnny Sticks.
Oh, Rita used it to try to smoke the very end of hers because she wanted to smoke it all. Rita gave me no sense of direction of what she was talking about.
I was holding a cigar poker in my...
And I'd forgotten you even used the cigar poker to try to hold the cigar that was too hot.
So I just wanted to say to you all, including you cigar smokers out there, including our honored friend Johnny Sticks, that you claim senility. He's got senility. Can't remember one day to the next at times. But I love him no matter what.
Good smoke output from this. And the flavors are very, very mellow and mild. Slight honey and cocoa at the very beginning here. And maybe some cedar notes. be prepared to sit for quite a long time once you light one of these up.
And one of the things we got a message from Johnny Sticks is he won't endorse anything like this. So
Well, he's never smoked them, and we recommend them to him. I almost think it's a shame he sent us the whole 7-pack, but he got them because Rita wanted a really, really big cigar, and he paid like $13 for 7 of them. So, you know what? That's a darn good deal, especially with how huge these are. And so, although no endorsement from there, we definitely recommend them to him. And if you can get 7 of these for $13, I guarantee you're not going to go wrong. Just be prepared for a 3-hour smoke.
So, shall we wait?
Oh yeah, we're going to have to wait about an hour and a half before you see us again, but for you, it'll only be 1 second. So we'll see you soon.
Did you tell him what your flavors in this?
Oh, yes, I told him my flavors. I told him honey and slight cedar and cocoa.
Yeah, I agree completely, but I am also picking up light pepper in this, too.
I don't got any pepper.
But anyways, please look for us in the next part. Thank you.
Yep, we'll be back.
Drink. Welcome back to another edition, part 2 of the log. I was scolding him because he keeps drinking my...
And you knocked your camera down.
No, it actually is knocked down because you put it there wrong.
I don't know. It didn't want to stay. That works. Just tilt the screen further back. So, returning to the log. So far, I've had a flawless burn. I haven't needed to fix once. It produces a very fine ash that just seems to want to fall off. But it stays together in a pretty solid chunk when it does. As for the flavors, it's still kind of honey, cocoa, and cedar. I'm very heavy in the cedar and kind of minty from the pine flavors.
I have to agree with him there. I mean, the cedar and the mint and the pine is all there. But, you know, that's what to expect. I believe this Vitola is called the tree, whereas the stump's a 5x60. The log is a 6x60.
They used
6x70, I should say. And 7x70 is the tree.
We once saw where they actually had named the various Vitolas of the log. And I haven't seen that ever since. It's like the names of the Vitolas are gone. Anyways, we are now an hour and a half into the smoke. We started at 3. It's 4:30 right now. So we probably will not be done with this until 6 o'clock. It's so far very nice smoke. Very smooth, very mellow. It's very palatable.
I just want to let you know I've been having some wonky burns, but that's only because I've been scraping my ash off, and, you know, I try to...
No, actually, this cigar has, and this is where Rita's having problems, it has a bad tendency to begin to canoe. And it looks like it's going to be a huge canoe because of the size of the cigar, but then it fixes itself. I've not needed a fix yet. It just keeps fixing itself. So, and by the way, for those who are curious, I used, you can't even see that. I used a hole punch on the back of this. So, yes, it's a small hole to suck all that smoke through. But this is a Cuban sandwich. And I'm just afraid that all these leaves are going to come into my mouth and I'm going to be spitting pieces out everywhere because it does have a lot of small filler as well as medium and long filler. So
I wanted to say, for some of you out there wondering about cigar pairing, the Cherry Pepsi is a fine, fine beverage.
We have understood there's a fad going around right now with Dr. Pepper and Camacho Triple Maduros. And I'm willing to give that a try when we do the Triple Maduros. But
the dollar store has Dr. Pepper, don't
yes.
they? Just grab a two.
But I will tell you that if you've ever had a Cherry Pepsi, the cherry is not like very noticeable. At least to me.
That's the Dr. Cherry.
No. I'm talking wild cherry Pepsi. Now, I mean, you could taste the cherry in the Pepsi, but drinking it with the log, that cherry just comes out, and it actually accompanies the log very nicely. So I would recommend wild cherry Pepsi to go with your log.
Now, if any of you out there watching this and you want to try it with cherry Coke, feel free to. I'd like to know how that goes.
We just have wild cherry Pepsi on hand, that's all.
Well, I have it on hand, Mr.
Yeah, I know. I've been stealing yours, and it got me reprimanded.
Yes, because, well, it's a woman's can of Pepsi.
You didn't offer me anything to drink, and I'm thirsty.
You got water. Water is good. You know this.
Anyways,
because I'm running low of Pepsi, by the way, and I'm not selfish. It's just
so
the reason, if you guys want to know and reprimand me, who's watching this, the reason I'm being stingy is because that I don't get any soda next month unless it's eating out. So I gotta be frugal.
So, anyways, we will see you around 6 o'clock our time when we get into the final third of this, and we'll let you know how it is.
Yep. And then dinner time. See you in a second. Welcome back to part 3 of the log cigar review. I'm Rita, and that's Aaron.
Now, the main thing I'm noticing right now is that the flavors are kind of increasing. It's gone from mild to mellow. From mild to mellow, yeah, she wanted to compare sizes. My log's bigger than hers. So, anyways, we wanted to... the flavors are increasing in this. They've gone from mild to medium to a more medium body. They got more of that piney kind of cedar flavor with mint, which I find very pleasant, very tasty. This is going to still take me quite a while to smoke. However, we got half an hour in and from our last video, and Rita's been smoking pretty fast, and so I figured, you know, these are big. This is the final third. Let's just get the video out of the way before the sun's really blaring in here. You got anything to say about this?
I agree. It changed from medium to mild to medium. I also agree that we have some time left. These cigars are really great. I'm picking up a pine-ish cedar for the final third. Aaron didn't tell you, but this is, in my opinion, a smooth cigar. And by the way, I've been trying to take a cue on Aaron for ashing properly, but apparently it seems it doesn't want to listen to me.
Still burning wonky towards you. So, yeah, she usually ashes that way, and I've tried to tell her don't do that. Just use your ashtray to gently brush the ash off if you need to ash.
So, first of all, this is a smooth cigar. It's smooth all the way around, just like an aged cigar, but smooth. These could have been humidified properly at Cigar International Warehouse.
These are pretty well humidified. There's no problems with this. They're not ultra moist or anything. They don't crack. They don't peel. They don't. We've now smoked 4 of these, and they've been close to flawless burns. Little slight burn issues, but they fix themselves. Big whoop-de-doo.
I want to say also, besides what Aaron said, this cigar is just amazing. I mean, some people will say it's crap, but it isn't crap at all.
No, some would say it's a novelty. I would classify it as sort of a novelty, but the flavors are unique enough that this is its own cigar in its own right.
Exactly, and I just want to say there's people out there that buy cigars like, say, the Son of Anarchy, the TV show ones, because there's a cigar named after it. And people say they're gimmicky
too.
And these aren't gimmicky, in my opinion.
Oh, come on. The Dickas are gimmicky. The Sons of Anarchy are. But you know what? They hold their own, and they're good cigars. Same with the Room 101s. I've enjoyed the one Room 101 I've tried. I'd like to try more because that Chingon was very nice.
I thought we had the Room 101.
No, that's the only Room 101.
18 year.
No, we've only tried one Room 101 so
far. What was that 18 year?
18 year.
That was a Room 101, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. I don't know which one you're referring to by 18 year. She's got to get out of catalog now. See, 18 year doesn't tell me anything. Oh, you're thinking the M1 Cusano 18.
No,
the Cusano
18.
Nope, that is not a Room 101.
Mm.
Cusano is its own company, Cusano.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. So
I will say that the smoke output on the end of this is not very room noteworthy. It kind of stinks at the end, but it does, smoke very well and tastes wonderful.
this is a type of cigar, no offense, that you would want to get a smoking room for and smoke in a hotel and just smoke your neighbors out because of the smell.
And $13 for 7 of these. Wow. I think that they're highly underrated, and I honestly think that they should be recognized just a little bit more as a slightly higher quality cigar than they're given credit for. To me, Jose Blanco made a very, very nice cigar, and you can't go too wrong from a guy who ends up teaching people how to roll cigars, how to blend cigars, and how to taste cigars, and who finds blending to be a fun hobby for himself, who's got 2 out of 5 cigars that I know he rolled that have been in the top 25 cigars of the year during those years. And one of those being in 2003, he's obviously got over 13 years of rolling experience too, or blending experience. So, to me, I think the cigar should be recognized a little more for what it is.
Exactly, and the price, like I said, these were gifts. Thanks again to you, Johnny Sticks, for $13.
And even if you don't endorse them and you just kind of got them so that Rita can enjoy something that, because you want to kind of get her something gargantuan. Yeah, this is a huge stick. And
now I just got to rebuy the 8-pack of the 10x66 Flor de Olivas and the Fence 9x60s XXLs. There's the blue one and the red label.
And I think that this burns perfect as a Cuban sandwich. In fact, I think that makes this 80 ring gauge burn much better than it would have.
70 ring gauge.
70 ring gauge. Much better than it would have if it was just long filler. It's just got a gentler burn to it, is what I see. A finer ash, less burn issues. There is not one bit of draw issue in any of these yet.
Well,
I think it almost allows for
I had a light
flawless.
issue with last night's sample. I just ran this through carefully, and then it opened it up perfectly, and then that was it.
See, I only remember you using that to open up the 10-inch that we had.
Oh, yeah, that's right. It was the 10-inch.
It was not on the...
However, I used this to...
You used that to smoke it. What Rita ended up doing was she took this and stabbed it through the core here at the very base and smoked it like a roach.
It worked.
It worked.
And I liked it.
Anyways, we've left you a very long video, and I'm going to say I'm more than impressed by this cigar that's considered a junk cigar by so many that I gotta recommend it. I give it my seal of approval.
Exactly. And I, as a large ring gauge girl myself, I give this cigar my 100% seal approval because it's one of those that is just really, really good. Now, if I can find on Seabid in May the Ogre 6x80s, the 80 ring gauge, then we'll be seeing how that smokes.
The only thing I'd say is because this is such a long cigar, I kind of wish it was, maybe an inch and a half shorter, almost what I got, so that I'd actually have a 2-hour smoke instead of a 3-hour smoke. And this probably will burn almost that much longer. And as you can see, I'm kind of burning wonky. That will fix itself, though.
Well, there you have it. So please add and subscribe. Please post comments, leave feedback,
And
suggestions. May God bless you in all you do, and enjoy every puff.